Jackson Tate, a former student athlete at Lawson State, earned the recognition of first team All Southern District honors following his sophomore year at Lawson, but it wasn't just about baseball.
Junior college is one of the best things you can do to get ready for a Division I, Division II, Division III level. So academics, everybody always thinks that JUCO is easy, but Lawson, I had to study my tail off. It wasn't like high school. It was difficult at times, especially balancing school and sports.
Jackson says when visiting the campus and he saw all it had to offer, he couldn't refuse the opportunity to attend and play.
I got a call from Coach Lewis like midway through my senior season of baseball, and so I went on a recruiting visit. I think it was in March or April of 2017, and just I loved the facilities. Lawson has great facilities, great classrooms, great the gym and the workout facility is amazing. The locker rooms are really nice, and Coach Lewis just straight up told me, like, if you do what you're supposed to do here, it won't be a problem getting you to a bigger university. So it was hard to turn all that down.
He says it all boiled down to the teamwork at Lawson State, which set the tone and foundation that led him to play for the Crimson Tide.
I know a lot of kids that go to junior college are all about going to the next level, and JUCO is not the only place you want to be. But to be a good team is the most important thing, because if you're really all about yourself or whatever, you're not going to get to play as many games as a team that's well put together, and they get to go further in the postseason and make a lot more memories, as well as play more games to get more exposure. I mean, that's what our coach used to tell us all the time. Coach Lewis used to say, like, if we make it to that tournament, there's even more scouts there to watch than there probably will be the whole season. So just teamwork is baseball is an individual sport, but you need a bunch of individuals to play as a team.
Jackson was actually recruited to play football by multiple schools, but elected to go to college for baseball instead.
So originally, like growing up and all through high school, I planned on playing football. So baseball was never like my priority. So I mean, I've always played baseball just because that's what me and my brothers, we always played every sport we could. But baseball never was really a focus. Like I never played summer ball like most of the kids growing up. I always had football workouts and 7-on-7s in the summer. So when that didn't work out, come senior year was the first time I had really ever really just focused on baseball and played it. And so that was a big step because I was a little behind a lot of kids. So junior college was kind of a necessity for me, just growing up and just getting my game together, as well as just getting better at what I needed to get better at.
He says a lot of JUCOs and other colleges actually look for multi-talented student athletes.
You hear it all the time of kids that play one or I mean more than one sport, and I would just say, like, these kids that grow up and they never play football or they never play baseball and they just stick to one sport. College coaches look for kids that play multiple sports. That's the one thing they look for.
Jackson said there were plenty of opportunities to bond with his teammates, and there were even some workouts that he remembers to this day from Lawson.
We have a pool at Lawson, so we would do pool workouts, and it was basically just trying not to drown with Coach Lewis. We'd have to tread water with no hands and see who could go the longest. So that was really, really cool team bonding exercises that we did there. And it's better than running. Swimming's not as hard as running, and you don't get as hot, but it's definitely a challenge for sure.
One thing he was able to accomplish during his 2 seasons at Lawson was...
And I know my sophomore year, we came in third in the tournament, which was, I think, it may be the highest that Lawson's ever came in the tournament. But, we just wanted to set that precedent for kids to be able to go to Lawson State and be associated with winning and be associated with a good program. So I know a bunch of me and my buddies, we just wanted to turn Lawson around.
He has one thing to say to his former coaches at Lawson State and the countless coaches and teachers he had growing up.
Just tell them thank you for bringing out the best in me. I wouldn't be here without, first of all, Jesus. He's the reason I'm here today, and my parents, and then my coaches. My coaches and a lot of my teachers, like in high school, were coaches, and a lot of them spent more time with me than my parents did, just because of the situations where student athletes are with their coaches all throughout the day and at practice and everything. So I would just tell him thank you for always believing in me, putting me in the situations and the places to succeed.